I have to say this several times. When a community doesn't stand together to protect its own interests, it usually ends up becoming a doormat. Hindus have stayed quiet when their temples were snatched from them by the state. They've kept quiet when temple funds were used for the uplift of all other communities. They've kept quiet when their customs were codified in isolation. They kept quiet when others were allowed to practice their religiously ordained customs. They kept quiet when they became refugees in their own land because of a genocide in Kashmir. They kept quiet when they were barred from accessing their holiest place of worship. They kept quiet when the state allowed another community to claim their land without question. They've kept quiet when their own Hindu brethren have been culled in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh. And it is quite possible that they will keep quiet when it has been revealed that the prasadam handed out by the Tirupati temple managed by the previous Jagan Reddy regime was adulterated by beef tallow and fish oil. And not just that, there were other animal fats, making a total mockery of the sanctity of their beliefs. Indeed, the present Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh has made a stunning claim. Chandrababu Naidu, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister, has said that Lord Venkateswara Swamy Temple at Tirumala is our most sacred temple. I am shocked to learn that the Jagan administration used animal fat instead of ghee in the Tirupati prasad. Shame on Jagan and the YSRCP government that couldn't respect the religious sentiments of crores of devotees. That prasad, viewers, goes all over the world to Hindus. Forget about just India. All over the world. The Jagan Reddy YSRCP hit back at Naidu, accusing him of making the most callow accusations without a shred of evidence, just to consolidate Hindu votes, to create hate against Jagan Reddy, who happens to be from the Christian community. Now, for the first time, the results of a laboratory test have revealed that the Laddus were made with oil adulterated with beef tallow, fish oil and other non-vegetarian adulterants, viewers. And here it is on your screens. We even have an image of that particular document, which we will put out in just a few moments. You can see it for yourselves. Viewers, the Laddus were adulterated with animal fat. Animal fat detected in ghee used for Laddus. This is what the report is saying. Beef tallow. That is that report, viewers. Beef tallow, pig lard used in Tirupati prasad. Pig lard. Beef tallow, viewers. Fish oil also detected in Tirupati prasad. The revelations raise serious questions. Has Hindu Aastha been desecrated because Hindus are soft targets? Is the BJP right in saying that the opposition cannot be trusted with protecting the rights of Hindus? These are some fundamental questions and they have to be asked tonight, viewers. And I want to go straight across to YSRCP spokesperson Konda Rajiv Gandhi, and of course, we also have with us Abhijit Iyer Mitra. Now, Mr. Gandhi, let me ask you this. It's a very fundamental question tonight. The report is out. Will you take responsibility now that the report is out?
First, warm good evening. The report which you are showing on your screen is really shocking to me. Before that, not only as a representative of YSR Congress Party, as a Hindu, as a devotee of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam Sri Venkateswara Swamy Varu, as a devotee, I'm having few questions regarding the report which you are showing on the screen. When did the sample been taken and when the test result exposed, and now only why and who conducted this test? There are few sort of questions. As of my knowledge, even I have gone through the report which is you are showing on your screen. In that it is clearly mentioned that sample was taken on July 8th, 2024, where the regime of Jagan Mohan Reddy's regime is completed by June 4, 2024 itself, and the new government under the leadership of Chandrababu Naidu ruling the state of AP, and the sample took on July 8th means it is the completely mistake of Chandrababu Naidu government. If at all the mistake happened, definitely it is his He has to take responsible on this, not the previous government. Point number one. Point number two, we as a YSR Congress party strictly condemn such kind of allegations from, especially from Chandrababu Naidu. Why? Because today almost 100 days are completed for the new government. They failed in handling the floods. They failed in serving the flood victims. They failed in saving steel plant. So this is a failure government of for 100 days. Thus they want to divert the politics. Diversion politics. Today, what they are showing on the face of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam is nothing but a diversion politics. But in case, if such kind of adulterations have happened, as a party representative, already the former chairman of TTD, Mr. Subbareddy, openly challenged that he will come along with his family to take oath on the name of Sri Venkateswara Swamy Varu that there is no adulterations in Laddu as conducted in that time period. So is Chandrababu Naidu ready to do that? And not only that, if Chandrababu Naidu or the central government, we are ready to face the CBI inquiry also. We are ready for that also.
Well, that might happen, but anyhow, Mr. Gandhi has made some points. Now, viewers, first of all, July 8th, he says test this, that, the other was done, by which time the YSRCP government had handed over charge to the TDP state government. Now, viewers, think about it. Why would a chief minister of a state implicate himself? Would he do it? Why would he make such a hue and cry? Had this test result come, would he go public with it, viewers, if it was to reflect upon him? Yes, the test might have been conducted now, but when were the laddus made? Viewers, there is something amiss here. And we are going to see some buck passing. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, the real problem really is that the Hindu community, whichever way you cut it, has been walked over once again, completely. How do you see this? Number one, this entire thing that has appeared now on the back of what Mr. Naidu has said, and secondly, what do you think should happen next?
First up, I find the spokesperson's argument to be quite astonishing. If a new government comes in and carries out a test, why was the test carried out in the first place? Because the quality of the product was suspect. Assume a murder happened in the last government and this government digs up evidence of that murder. Does that mean this government's law and order has failed and is responsible for it? So this argument doesn't hold water, number one. Second, we're dealing with the dilution of quality that happened during the YSRCP. This was widely publicized. They did not buy a certain brand of ghee. They shifted suppliers, and all of this, by the way, is in the public record. You just have to Google this. All of this happened under YSRCP. Who appoints the TTD trustees and things like that? It is the government of the day, which in that day was YSRCP that made all those changes. Where does command responsibility lie as per that? The person making those changes, which is YSR himself, Jagan himself. Now, where is the doubt here that YSRCP and YSR himself are responsible for this?
Mr. Gandhi, would you like to respond, sir?
Yeah, definitely.
He's giving you facts.
No, simply, I'm also a High Court advocate for Andhra Pradesh. Simply, he related the prasadam matter to a murder matter. Murder matter is a completely different thing when you compare to this. First of all, the prasadam...
Rama, how are you an advocate, ma? How are you an advocate, ma?
Why,
Rama?
Rama, Sri Krishna, Krishna, Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Hare, Hare. Hare Rama, Krishna, Jagannath, Premanand.
He doesn't know the basic, he doesn't know basic
Hare Rama,
law.
Krishna, Jagannath, Premanand, क्या हुआ रे? मेरा बात भी सुना भाई. मैं कैसा एडवोकेट बन गया, फिर दूसरे डिबेट में मैं बात करते आपके साथ, ठीक है? చెబుతున్నా మీరు ఆగాలి కదా, చెబుతున్నా మీరు తెలుగు
మాట్లాడనా? One second, Mr. Gandhi, 1 second. Let me ask you. When did YSRCP exit office?
On June 4th, at the time of results day.
Right. Now, viewers, the report came out on 23rd of June. Okay.
When did the sample took?
One second, sir. One second.
Yeah, please,
we'll get to it. We'll get to it. One second. Now, viewers, the sample receipt date was 17/7, which is precisely about 17 minus 4 is about 13 days after the demission of office of YSRCP, viewers. 13 days is all it took. Now, viewers, We don't exactly know when this particular box or batch of prasadam was made. But it stands to reason that the moment the Naidu government came in, now if you want to be lawyerly about this, viewers, stocks last about a week or so. It would have been just around that time. Just around that time. So there is reason to believe that this practice had continued. After all, viewers, the stocks of that ghee, of that oil, not ghee, but the oil that were used, were not bought on that one day. They would have been purchased earlier. We'll get to those dates. Theirs will be revealed by an inquiry. It's not as if every day, it's not like a car, you know, where you go and fill gas. In fact, most of us don't even fill gas every day. We take about 3 or 4 days, we fill 2,000-3,000 rupees worth of gas if we have that kind of money to run our cars. So we can go to the petrol pump after 3 or 4 days. We don't line up every day at a petrol pump. The Tirupati board would have bought these oils, this provision to make all this prasadam much in advance and would have been using it consistently for a period of time. You want to get lawyerly about this, Mr. Gandhi, then let's get lawyerly about it. I was hoping that you would at least begin by saying, look, as a Hindu, I take responsibility. I didn't hear you say that. I said, I'm deeply shocked, you said. You said, as a Hindu, you have not taken responsibility, Mr. Gandhi. Why?
See, well, let me see. As of, if your statement was concluded, then please give me a
I've
chance.
concluded, sir. I've concluded.
Yeah,
you want to be
sir.
lawyerly, then
much.
let's be lawyerly.
No, yes. Loyal should be from the both ends. Okay, you are in a judge position who have to speak on a overall version. But it's unfortunate you're saying one end of the part, and I don't know why you are leaving the other end of the part. Let me tell you, as you said that after the completion of Jagan sir's regime, almost from 13 days or 14 days, they took the sample, and you said that definitely there have been stocks are prepared, and the stocks will definitely like for 1 month itself, because we all bring the prasadam to our houses and we'll eat minimum for 1 month, keeping in a refrigerator or something, whatever it may be. But the thing is, once after the charge been handed over to the new government, there is a chance of any kind of alterations can be wantedly made by the government.
Oh, I see. So now, viewers, we are being told, okay, this is a conspiracy to frame Jagan Reddy, that all the laddus were injected with all this. Viewers, no, hang on. Or made as a special batch and then taken. Oh, wow. So you're now accusing the Tirumala temple authorities of demeaning their own faith. Is that what you're saying? That they would conspire in such an ungodly sin? Not only that, he says.
Not only that. See,
viewers,
there is a clear-cut conspiracy.
Viewers, let me tell you.
There is a clear-cut conspiracy. They're trying to degrade the fame of YS Jagannath Reddy.
In no other denomination in this country would this have been tolerated. Let me tell you this. Ayyar Mitra, quick response before I move on. 30 seconds.
I have nothing to respond here, Rahul. The command chain is very clear. The disruption, the change of the suppliers is very clear. What more do you need? It's a open and shut case. There is nothing more to be said out here. Now, I don't know what the motive here was. Was this a deliberate attempt to, insult, demean, and direct hate towards the Hindus who believe? Because, the Vaishnava tradition is very clear. Unlike the Shakta tradition, which accepts meat, the Vaishnava tradition is strictly vegetarian. Was this done deliberately, or was this corruption and cost cutting? Mind you, from a government that strips the TTD of all its money and diverts it towards its own expenses.
Well, look, these are charges. All of these will fly around. Unfortunately, viewers, we need an independent inquiry into this matter.
We welcome the independent inquiry.
Fair enough. I leave it at this, viewers. But remember what I began by telling you. A community that can't stand together to fight for its own rights becomes a doormat at the end of the day. Wake up. I leave it at this.